Before the red carpets and global fame, Angelina Jolie was simply a little girl growing up in a complicated household. Her parents, John Voight and Marceline Bertrand, separated when she was very young. While her father continued building a successful acting career, Angelina and her brother were largely raised by their mother in Los Angeles. Marceline worked hard to support her children and tried to create a stable environment despite financial and emotional challenges. Angelina has often spoken about how those early years shaped her understanding of resilience and independence. Watching her mother sacrifice her own ambitions left a lasting impression. Although she grew up around the film industry, life was not always glamorous. The absence of her father created emotional questions that followed her through childhood. Those early experiences would later influence the intensity and empathy that people saw in her work on screen. Feeling different in a world of expectations. During her teenage years at Beverly Hills High School, Angelina often felt like she didn't quite fit in. Surrounded by the children of wealthy Hollywood families, she struggled with confidence and identity. Her distinctive features, full lips, sharp cheekbones, and tall frame made her stand out, but at the time she felt uncomfortable with the attention. Like many teenagers trying to understand themselves, she went through periods of insecurity and experimentation with her personal style. She gravitated toward darker clothing and artistic expression, searching for ways to communicate emotions she found difficult to explain. Acting classes eventually became a place where she could channel those feelings creatively. Rather than suppressing her sensitivity, she began learning how to use it as a strength. Those years were not easy, but they helped shape the self-awareness that would later define her performances and public voice. Discovering purpose. Through acting. Angelina's interest in acting gradually deepened when she studied at the Lee Strasberg Theater and Film Institute, a respected acting school in New York and Los Angeles. There, she learned techniques that allowed her to explore complex emotions through performance. Acting became more than a career option. It became a form of storytelling and self-discovery. Her early roles were small, but they revealed a performer with striking intensity and authenticity. Casting directors noticed that she brought unusual emotional depth to her characters. In the mid-1990s, she began appearing in films that introduced audiences to her talent. One of her earliest widely known roles came in the movie Hackers, which helped establish her presence in Hollywood. Although the film wasn't a huge commercial success at first, it gave Angelina the opportunity to prove that she had a unique screen presence that audiences remembered long after the credits rolled. Breakthrough performances that changed everything. The late 1990s transformed Angelina Jolie from a rising actress into a serious talent in Hollywood. Her performance in Gia drew attention for its emotional depth and commitment. Critics praised her ability to portray complicated characters with honesty and vulnerability. Soon afterward, she appeared in Girl, Interrupted, a film set in a psychiatric hospital where she played the charismatic and rebellious Lisa Rowe. The role earned her an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress in 2000 and introduced her to a global audience. Winning such a prestigious award at a young age brought both admiration and intense media attention. Suddenly, Angelina was everywhere: magazine covers, talk shows, and movie premieres. Her bold personality fascinated the public, and the press closely followed her every move. The recognition confirmed her talent, but it also marked the beginning of a life lived constantly in the spotlight. Fame, curiosity, and public fascination. As Angelina's fame grew, the public became deeply curious about her personal life. Her unconventional style and candid interviews made her one of the most talked about celebrities of the era. During the early 2000s, she married actor Billy Bob Thornton, and their relationship attracted enormous media attention. The couple's openness about their affection and artistic personalities created headlines across entertainment news outlets. While the attention sometimes felt overwhelming, Angelina continued focusing on her work. She starred in action films such as Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, which showcased her physical dedication and expanded her fan base worldwide. The role turned her into a global action star and one of the highest-paid actresses in Hollywood at the time. Yet, even while enjoying commercial success, Angelina was beginning to feel drawn towards something deeper than fame alone, a life-changing journey into humanitarian work. While filming Lara Croft, Tomb Raider in Cambodia, Angelina experienced a moment that would reshape her life. Seeing communities affected by poverty and conflict inspired her to learn more about humanitarian work. In 2001, she began collaborating with the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, traveling to refugee camps and listening to the stories of displaced families. These experiences opened her eyes to struggles far beyond Hollywood. Instead of simply lending her name to causes, she visited dozens of countries and met people directly affected by war and hardship. Over time, she became known not only as an actress, but also as a committed advocate for refugees and human rights. Her travels influenced the choices she made both professionally and personally, reminding her that fame could be used to draw attention to important global issues. Building a family across cultures, motherhood became another powerful turning point in Angelina's life. In 2002, she adopted her first child, Maddox, from Cambodia, beginning a journey that would shape her identity for years to come. Later, she adopted Zahara from Ethiopia and Pax from Vietnam. Her family expanded further when she welcomed biological children with actor Brad Pitt, including Shiloh and twins Knox and Vivienne. Their multicultural family attracted worldwide interest and admiration. Many people saw them as a symbol of a modern, global household built on love rather than tradition alone. Angelina often spoke about how becoming a mother changed her priorities. Caring for her children encouraged her to focus on stability, education, and compassion. Instead of defining herself only through film roles, she increasingly viewed her purpose as raising thoughtful, curious young people who would understand the importance of empathy and responsibility. A difficult separation and new chapter. In 2016, Angelina and Brad Pitt announced their separation, ending one of Hollywood's most famous relationships. The decision led to a lengthy legal process involving custody arrangements and property matters. For both individuals, the priority remained the well-being of their children while they adjusted to new family dynamics. Public interest in the case was enormous, and media outlets closely followed every development. Despite the intense attention, Angelina focused on providing stability for her family and continuing her professional work. Over time, she returned to filmmaking as a director and occasional actress, choosing projects that reflected her interests in history, resilience, and human rights. The experience was undoubtedly challenging, but it also marked the beginning of a new chapter in her life, one centered on independence, reflection, and growth beyond the identity of a celebrity couple. A life defined by resilience and purpose. Today, Angelina Jolie is seen not only as an actress, but as a filmmaker, humanitarian advocate, and mother. Her career spans blockbuster films, award-winning performances, and years of international humanitarian work. She continues collaborating with organizations that support refugees and communities affected by conflict. While the spotlight still follows her, she now approaches public life with greater privacy and intention. Her story is often described as one of transformation, from a young woman searching for identity to a global figure advocating empathy and responsibility. Like anyone, she has faced mistakes, hardships, and personal changes. Yet her journey illustrates how experiences, both painful and inspiring, can shape a person's purpose. Ultimately, Angelina Jolie's legacy may not rest solely on her beauty or fame, but on her determination to use her voice and influence to encourage compassion and awareness around the world.